Welcome, everyone. Everyone's welcome. Okay. Hi. But the real welcome today is for Dr. Latimer. All right, so let's do that. This is truly a historic moment for Chestnut Hill College as we transition peacefully into a new presidential administration. And I am delighted and honored to voice on behalf of the entire CHC community a heartfelt welcome to Dr. William Latimer, the 7th president, first lay president in nearly a century, in which presidents were Sisters of St. Joseph. And for those of us here today, we will be able to say someday, I was there when. I'd like to borrow a line from, it's an actor, it's a Nigerian English-born actor, John Boyega. You may know him from the Star Wars trilogy. And he says to interviewers, I do not come alone. I wasn't born on a film set. I come with a history. I come as a son, a brother, ... Dr. Latimer, you do not come alone. You come with a history of academic achievements, and I invite our students to Google the name when you'll find his Wikipedia page outlining the many avenues he has traveled from an undergrad double major, English and psychology, all right, to advanced degrees in clinical psychology and public health epidemiology. That personifies what we mean by a Renaissance man. And you marry it with a deep concern for the dear neighbor, whether it be in vulnerable populations in health and well-being, or in a diverse population of students, some who are first college generation students. You come as a man of deep convictions. You committed to the liberal arts and to the mission of the Sisters of St. Joseph for the flourishing of all without distinction. Welcome. You do not come alone, Dr. Latimer. You bring a family and a family history. You come as a son and a brother. You come as a nephew of Sister Mary J. Oates, a Boston Sister of St. Joseph. You come as a husband and a father. And we particularly welcome your wife, Maria, also an academic, and your 3 daughters, Ava, who is here, Dorothy, and Willa, as your family joins the community of Chestnut Hill and becomes an active presence in our neighborhood for good. Welcome. You do not come alone, Dr. Latimer. You bring with you those who have mentored you, relationships you have developed over your professional career. You bring the perspectives of many and the wisdom of that collective experience. Welcome. You do not come alone, Dr. Latimer, or simply on your own. You come as a man of faith, and here I'm going to quote you. Over the years, my professional experience, family, and faith have led me to the conclusion that the care we take of one another provides the fundamental basis for those we care for to go forward into the world and meet others with compassion. I can think of no better environment in which to give this care than in the mission and charisms of the Sisters of St. Joseph. That's his quote. Dr. Latimer, we welcome your vision for the college as it moves forward. We welcome the New York energy vibe you bring to a pastoral Chestnut Hill. We welcome the hope you embody, the hard work you've already undertaken to continue the rich legacy of Chestnut Hill and to take it to new places. And if you have any leverage with the Mets, would you ask them to be a little kinder to the Phils? Thank you. Welcome. Welcome.
Thank you so much for that just absolutely lovely introduction. It's such an absolute thrill to be here. So where to start? That's my daughter Ava right here. Raise your hand. She's here. She'll be starting Norwood Fontbonne in 5th grade in about a week. Maria is in the urgent care with our 3-year-old. For those of you that have young children, basically, I mean, the thing about the pandemic, and obviously the pandemic was horrible, and just terrible, and quite frankly unjust, and the way so many things are unjust, in the impact that it had for those that did not have means. But for a 2-year period, I didn't get sick, and the reason I didn't get sick for 2 years is that my kids weren't in school. Because basically, when my three daughters are in school, I'm basically sick all the time because one of them is always sick, and that's kind of unavoidable. I am absolutely thrilled to be here, honored and privileged, and I want to start by acknowledging and thanking the Sisters of St. Joseph that had the absolute vision to found this college in 1924 to provide access to women to get their undergraduate degrees and have professions and careers right around the time that a 50-year suffrage movement had resulted in women gaining the right to vote nationally with the passage of the 19th Amendment in 1920. Obviously, over the years, the mission of Chestnut Hill College remained completely constant in an absolutely wonderful way, and yet the expression of that constancy changed. And it changed in the form of obviously still serving women, but also serving first-generation college students and serving students of color and serving veterans and serving many marginalized populations that simply don't have access to higher education. And that is the essence of Chestnut Hill College, and it is a mission and an essence that must be preserved and must be celebrated. So please, a hand of applause for yourselves and for the Sisters of St. Joseph in that mission. So not too long ago, I was talking to Bianca, and I was like, look, I want to make sure that I meet with the sisters that are still working in the day-to-day lives of the college. And I basically, at this point in my life, I'm incapable of remembering anything, which Bianca will confirm for you. But I just want to acknowledge, and these are people that you know and love. And I'm getting to know them, and I know some a little bit more than others. But I want to acknowledge Sister Mary Helen Kashuba, Sister Sheila Kennedy, Sister Mary Jo Larkin, Sister Marie Leahy, Sister Kathy Nerney, Sister Marilyn Ryan, Sister Kathleen McCluskey, Sister Rita Michael Scully, Sister Margaret Mary Murphy, and Sister Jean Faustman for their service. Please, yes, round of applause. Obviously, Chestnut Hill is incredibly fortunate to have those extraordinary women and that legacy represented in the day-to-day lives of the college. When I met with them, and some of them are here now, and they can confirm that I started with just two things. One, thank you for your service. Two, whatever you do, don't leave. So we're gonna definitely hope for the best on that one. I'll begin to wrap up by saying, you know, I met with students early, and it was obvious, and I've now met with at least 50, 75 students, and while things blow through, at least it's a lovely day, by the way, and the breeze is actually welcome, so if papers fly, that's okay. The students obviously loved the faculty, that was a given. And they loved the advisors and the staff. They loved their coaches. That came through loud and clear. What they didn't love is they didn't love the food, and they didn't love the housing. And the reason I mention that is not to say something critical, but to say we've already renegotiated the food service contract to have healthier food and longer hours so student athletes and everyone can eat later when they come back from a game. So that was an important initial. Go ahead and clap. I'm happy. Anytime you want to clap, go for it. Don't hold back. The other thing is, as we speak, 2 rooms and a bathroom are being rehabbed in Fournier, and I've put money aside in the budget so that the minute they move out this spring, we will begin a rehab of Fournier that'll start with the ceilings, walls, and floors. I'm beginning to do work on replacing all the tubs with stall showers, and then after that I'll tackle HVAC. So my goal is to rehab Fournier in the next 12 to 18 months fully, and then I'll go to Fontbonne, and thank goodness Fitzsimmons just needs new carpets. So that's where I'll land there. So we're going to take care of this campus. We're going to restore it to, those are gorgeous buildings with amazing history. So we're going, and that's not even counting who they're named after. Like, that's a whole nother chapter of discussion that we need to engage in as a community. But we're going to bring the sort of beauty that this college has in its people back to these buildings, and by doing that, we're going to recruit more students, we're going to retain more students, and get more students to the finish line. So before I end, we've got just enough here. I'm going to say something, and then I want you to say as loudly as you're comfortable saying, Chestnut Hill College. That's the response I'm looking for. And the Sister St. Joseph, there are many things I love about them, but one of the things I love about them is that all are welcome. That's so important. But at the same time, as a Catholic boy, you remember, I grew up, they told you what to say and you said it, right? So I'm saying Chestnut Hill College is the response. Are you ready? Yes. What? Yes. No, I didn't say. Oh my God. All right. Clearly an administrative failure on my part. That wasn't the moment. I'm saying yes, are you ready? Yes. I can't hear you. Yes. All right. What is the best private Catholic college in the state of Pennsylvania, bar none? You know it. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. That's very tough to follow. Ava did approve my talk, so I feel more confident. Thank you. So I'm Chelsea Farron. I work in student life, and I'm here because I'm the chair of the Staff Advisory Committee. So I just have a brief reflection. I've worked at Chestnut Hill for 8 years now, and during that time, I've learned a lot about this community and about myself. Especially in the last 2 years, I've learned that time is precious. Many of us have learned in the past few years that time with people we care about and doing the things we love can be taken away in an instant. While we recognize that time is precious, we acknowledge that we are choosing to spend time here at Chestnut Hill College with this community. I choose to be here. I choose to be here away from my 2 daughters because I believe that women should be in the workforce. I choose to be here because I believe in the mission of the Sisters of St. Joseph. And I choose to be here because I love interacting with all of you so much. We therefore place value on this community because we're spending a lot of time here together. And if we value it, we must maintain it. We must show it some love by nurturing it and caring for it. We must be patient, and we must forgive it when it does not meet our expectations. We also must remember that as we chose the Chestnut Hill community, the community chose us. Many of you are here because a friend, coworker, a kind admissions counselor, a coach said that you would be a good fit at Chestnut Hill College. And to me, I hear you will strengthen our community. So as we begin this new year, I encourage all of you to be patient, kind, and encouraging to one another. And more importantly, I encourage you to ask yourselves, what am I going to do to strengthen this community? Thank you.
Good afternoon, President Latimer, Dr. Longquist, Ms. Farron, faculty, staff, our new and returning students. My name is Hafsa Abdul-Malik, and as a senior, I would like to welcome everyone to the new semester. It's wonderful to finally be back on campus and see all your faces. And I'm here to share a few words of encouragement, spirituality, and enthusiasm on behalf of the student body. The past 2 years were a hardship for many of us financially, mentally, physically, and emotionally. However, us being here shows that we have the determination to overcome difficult times and continue our education. Let's give ourselves a round of applause. Today is a beautiful day. Embrace it. Welcome it with open arms. Hold, hug, and accept it completely. Today is one of the greatest gifts of all, and that is because we are winners. We are winning. This moment is a stepping stone to our success and accomplishments. We made the decision to further our education and share our experiences with the world after graduation with hopes to uplift those who can benefit from our service. In order to prevail, we must be persistent. We must keep going in spite of the opposition. We must hold ourselves accountable. Focus on the bigger picture, prioritize, and organize. Build a routine. Remember to recharge and celebrate small victories as big accomplishments and set new goals and challenges. It is because of you, because of us, we will triumph. Talk show host, television producer, actress, author, and philanthropist Oprah Winfrey said it best. It doesn't matter who you are, where you come from. The ability to triumph begins with you, always. So don't get discouraged if you find yourself struggling with your studies. I want you to know that the students, faculty, and staff are here to support you and help you become the best version of yourselves. In conclusion, I ask that we open our hearts and minds to reflect on what faith and the belief in a higher power mean. As I voice this message of peace and blessings to you, I pray that the Lord of all the worlds makes use of each of us. I pray that what has been bestowed upon us will benefit ourselves and those around us. We seek refuge in you, God, from worry and grief, from helplessness and laziness, from cowardice and stinginess. Allah, we ask that you fill our hearts with light, insight, and understanding. Give us the power to achieve good in this life and stray from evil. We ask for your grace to endure what we may face in our pursuit of knowledge. Lord of all the worlds, we ask for your strength and courage to sustain us on a path towards our dreams. Ameen. Thank you all for allowing me to share my happiness with you. Have an amazing day on purpose, and go Griffins.
Hi, everyone. I'm Jackie Nunes, Chief Officer for Mission and Ministry. Thank you so much for being out here in the community. Thank you, Barbara, Chelsea, Hafsa, and Dr. Latimer. Enjoy the afternoon in community, and Mission and Ministry is here throughout the entire year to support us on our personal and communal journey of faith. Thank you.